What's up?
Hey guys, happy Monday.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Actually, I didn't even Valentine's you today.
You didn't Valentine me.
No, I did not Valentine.
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 It's Valentine's.
Okay. All right. So it's been a good little weeks. Like we've had a few good runs. We had a good cleanse. We've wrapped it up and talk about the future and what we're doing next, and keep it short and simple and sweet this week. But I think I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I am super excited about what we're going to be heading into. But just to close out, I want to make sure that if you have any questions, keep them coming.
Yep.
Just because we finished the detox doesn't mean that you don't need to continue or kick it into gear when you're ready to. We always have them available. And we've had a lot of really great results over the last several weeks. A lot of people applauding the detox and the cleanse that, it was a little hard. But it wasn't so hard that they couldn't do it, get through it, and then feel successful at the end of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it was what's nice about it is now I want people to continue to go on and eating clean and healthy, just avoiding some of the things like gluten, dairy, sugar, obviously starchy stuff. If you can keep that down to a minimum and continue good protein and good fats this entire time, I'm telling you, do that for a good 6-8 weeks. You'll be amazed how good you'll feel ripping off from that original detox. So
yeah, and for those of you who are like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine doing that for 6-8 weeks. What if you did like the 80-20 rule?
Yeah.
What if you were really good during the week and then you had a day, maybe two, on the weekend where you just went and had fun?
Yeah, loosen your belt a little bit.
Yeah, so
that's typically what we do. We live during the week, we eat really well, and then the weekends we kind of go not crazy, but we just like loosen the belt up, and it's just nice because I don't feel like I'm being restricted or held back from enjoying what I want to enjoy. So it's becomes, you live in life a little bit without being like so restricted.
We're always making good decisions, but sometimes
right.
they're a little bit bad.
Right, exactly.
All right. So also for those of you who didn't pay attention or didn't see us last week, we were talking about a package that we put together with a few of our basic necessities for everybody to be taking. And we have them for 25% off. It's our clean protein and what the heck else? Oh, our daily vitamin
and vitamin D
and the probiotic.
The probiotic.
The probiotic. Although I highly recommend our vitamin D. It's fantastic.
So we've been doing that, and because I do D all the time, I cycle probiotics. I do them a week on, week off. I like doing it that way. I may even do for 3 days, 4 days, and then kind of get on and off. It's just important that when you're doing it too much, too often, it can actually cause some problems. It's a lot of the research is showing that being on a probiotic all the time isn't always good. So it's important that you cycle that. A good protein is great because we do a shake almost every day. And so I like doing the shakes with the protein. It's just great. We throw some berries and some stuff in there, and it's just an easy way
to get good veggies.
Get some breakfast in you if you want to have a shake in the morning. And then and the Daily Balance is just a great overall basic vitamin that is just it's a great daily vitamin. So we've
got lots of other great stuff too. Some things that we often recommend. We've got Intramax. That's my favorite multivitamin. It's a little bit pricier. It's a liquid. It goes down easy though, and it actually forces you to drink more water, and it actually gives you energy. We've got the greens. Oh my gosh, our greens mix is so great. You mix it with water. It's got a mint flavor. So good.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of great options that you can have, but we do have that package for 25% off if you're interested. All right, so enough about that. I'm so tired of talking about detoxes and cleanses. I want to move on to something that we have stepped up into the forefront last week with your talk. Dr. Joe did a Dinner with the Docs talk at Aquaterra, which, by the way, the food was fantastic, and the talk was even better. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I had this conversation with 4 people today. Again, we're seeing people that are having this long hauler syndrome problem where they're just not coming out of the symptoms of it. We've got about 25 to 40% of the population with the problem, so it's a real problem. 2, we're seeing people with after the jab, they're having reactions and symptoms to the jab, whether it's 1, 2 boosters, doesn't make a difference. They're getting reactions, and they're getting weird symptoms like chronic pain, fatigue, tiredness, thyroid issues. We've had a few patients with cancer out of nowhere, never had a symptom of it. So we're getting all these
organ failure.
Organ failure.
Crazy stuff.
I've gotten
miscarriages.
Yeah, I had a woman today that her period stopped totally last 6 months, 33 years old, no more periods after the second booster.
Yeah, young
So-
kid with a blood disorder
Yeah.
out of
So-
nowhere.
So we've gotten several of these obscure things coming in. We've been paying attention to it. It seems like there is a pattern to it, whatever side you're on, or in either camp, wherever your problem sits. So we did a lecture on it at Aquaterra, and we had a really great turnout. People were really intrigued by the information. So we said, why don't we just take the next series and break that up into different sections, and then let's talk about that, and let's see who's interested in doing that. So if you guys have any concerns or any things you want to talk about specifically, make sure you put it in the comments post. I'll get to it. We'll make sure we cover it. It's really important you let me know what you're thinking or what some friends or families are having issues with, because we can uncover some of that stuff as we go through week to week. I think it'll be super helpful, very enlightening in things that you may or may not have known about the virus itself, or even about the jab, and just how the chemical reactions are and what it actually does and how it affects the body. And we're going to talk about all that kind of stuff and some topics we want to kind of hit on.
Yeah, I mean, if you know anybody that has had symptoms that are persistent, like persistent exhaustion, persistent loss of the sense of smell and taste,
Memory fog.
Yeah,
Headaches are a big one.
difficulty breathing. Did
We've
I
had-
say that already?
Yep, digestive issues. We've had a lot of people with definitely not having a period, definitely infertility issues. We've seen that several times.
Yeah. Epstein-Barr.
That's a big one.
Yeah. So one of our patients who they thought he had cancer.
Yep.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the day after the jab, he came down with these severe symptoms. He ended up in the hospital. His pancreas was shutting down. His liver was shutting down. And after a few months of testing, they finally said, well, we're going to have to rule out this crazy cancer I'd never even heard of. And then they came back and they said, oh, it's Epstein-Barr.
Yeah, and I'll explain to you why that happens, what happens, the mechanism of it all. We'll go into that week to week. It'd be really, really informative. I don't think you'll hear this really anywhere else in an assembly of information. So we've got a lot of great stuff to go over in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, thyroid. That's another big one.
Yeah, we'll
Did you
talk
say
about that
thyroid?
too. And there's a reason there's a daisy chain to all these problems. So we'll go over that stuff, talk about it, go into some of the details, explain what some of the things you can do to kind of help yourself on that. And we'll kind of uncover just the pros and cons of things you should be doing and shouldn't be doing, whether it's natural or not natural. So we'll kind of uncover it all.
Yeah, one of the things we've always said is the four most dangerous words you could say is it will go away.
That's
and
right.
you know what? It wasn't true before, and it is most definitely not true now. If you don't do something to get better now, it will not only persist, but it will continue to get worse. So guys, let's get on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Tell your family and tell your friends to show up. We're going to take off next week. That's our in-between week as we leave the Detox and Cleanse series and we move on the week after next, which I believe is March 28th. Monday, March 28th, and we'll move on to our long hauler series. I know it's something that'll intrigue you. Like I said, tell everyone. Yeah.
Do me a favor, please post in the comments. I want to know what you're thinking, what you want to hear, anything that specifics happening. I can touch on those things as we go through week to week.
Yeah, we're here for you. We're here for you. We want to answer your questions. So make sure you let us know what you want to know.
I'm excited. And we may be able to pop a few guests on that can jump on and kind of give their 2 cents too.
Yeah,
So
we got some great people that would love to talk to you.
awesome, guys. Have a great one. We'll see you in a couple weeks.